Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. Move.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
All good. 11B.
On second down, here's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A handoff to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go. 11. Set. 380.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third. Down.
Spread right, snap. Lucy. It's all right. Spread right.
Bortles now to throw. He can run for it, and he will. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Spread right, 72. 11B. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Hey, spread left. Omaha. Lucy.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So right. Green 80. Move. 76.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense? Right there. Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lamb put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. Fighting through, and he's got space. The 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Throw that. 11B.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Luck on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Luck. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he is going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Bortles. It's a safety. They were looking to throw, holding at the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Taken in at the 11. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Rolling to his right. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
76.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Sunday.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts by him. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Hey, spread right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Colts coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
Let's see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
372. 372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. 11. Sunday. Green is good.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go. 72. Green is good.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bortles to throw once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Rashad Green. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He completes it to Pete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, it's Locke. Peek's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Luck now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Jaguars getting set to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
That's right. Set. Green 80.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Lucy. Move.
Bortles now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action. Luck. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Yeldon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0. Spread left, spread left, spread left. Spread left, spread left.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. 77, 77.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
11.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
11.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
On 1st down, Bortles. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
372.
Bortles going to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They start the drive with Peterson. Able to push his way through. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They run again with Peterson. AP still got it. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On second down, Peterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Luck shrugs the tackle. Nice. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And it's taken in at the 9. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And now out come the Jags. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
11.
He's back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Spread right, 72. Hank. Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, let's go. Trick left.
Back to throw, Bortles. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kevin Dodd. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zones before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
76, 76. Hank.
Bortles now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
76. 11B.
Throwing is Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Terrell Basham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Luck with his first throw of OT. He gets him here to Peak. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Flush to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Fournette, a first down carry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 372. Hey, 54, Ricky. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles to throw on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Omaha.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.